Next is the nighttime 8-box case on release day for SkyBox. So here we go. Good luck, everybody. Teams are on screen here. Let's go ahead and get into the break. Good luck, everybody. Again, this has the 8 overtime packs because they were included for us. So they're included with the box, so we include them for you. Pretty straightforward. Good luck. Unpin. That's what people like, is this and then unpin. All right, here we go. Good luck. Jack Hughes for the Devils. Eklund. Top Dogs. Willie Nylander and Kucherov. P-Russ, I was already one step ahead of you. Those Top Dogs are kind of cool. I like how easily these packs rip. DeBrincat, Jason Robertson, Liam Ogren for the Wild on the Instant Impact, and William Eklund. William Karlsson, Lucas Raymond on the Red, Connor Bedard on the Determination, and Jason Robertson. Oh, these are just a good little appetizer. Get the hands warm and flowing. Josh Doan, rookie for Utah. Verhaeghe for the Panthers. Crosby Top Dogs. Ooh, we got an extra card here. Determination to 25 for the Boston Bruins of David Pastrnak and a Lucas Raymond. Hey, starting off with an out of 25. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take an out of 25. Nothing wrong with that. 1 second, I'm missing. Here, I'll find it eventually. There it is. It's below my right foot. All right. We got McTavish, Mikko Rantanen, Zach Ostapchuk for the Senators, former Vancouver Giant, and Travis Sanheim for the Flyers. And we'll send everything out from the overtime packs. No base ships from SkyBox. Ostapchuk for the Senators, Kyle Connor, Top Dogs, Igor Shesterkin, and Dylan Larkin. And then, oh no, 2 more overtime packs. Sorry, I thought that was the final one. I can't count, apparently. Matthew, moving on to this next round. Kachuk, Cole Caulfield, Matt Bay, Mitchkov, Instant Impact for the Flyers. I really like the look of these cards. And a Thatcher Demko. Nice Mitchkov, Instant Impact. All right, we'll get that in the recap pile because I think it's a pretty cool rookie. And last overtime pack. Scott Morrow rookie, Cale Makar, JT Miller for the Canucks on the Determination. Man, he's really determined to get out of Vancouver. And Kadri for the Flames. All right, there's the overtime stuff. Mitchkov is your main PC. Let's go. I mean, I think I can tell by your picture there, eh? Ooh. That's a pretty nice looking PC. And it's gonna be one of those weird ones that like is harder to find because it's not a main set type of thing, and you never know who's gonna get the pack. So hopefully we can play a PMG here. I just gotta empty the packs and then we can get started here. I realized my pack garbage is pretty full. All right, box 1. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Let's try and hit something sick here. Try and hit something sick. After this, we can try and do some smaller breaks, finish off the case if people are up to it. We'll see. We'll see what the vibe is in the room, but here we go. And obviously see how the case is going too, so. Alright. Well, I don't have to shuffle these packs because they're all getting open and they're all getting split. I forgot my own advice to open from the bottom. As with the morning break though, we'll sleeve the top rookies as we go along, which are just like the main 3 guys, so. Letter D for Draisaitl. with a Scott Morrow rookie for the Hurricanes. I gotta take my own advice and open these from the bottom. So our first case had 5 total PMGs, with 1 being a rookie. Bedard on the silver shots for the Hawks, and Ponomarev for the Penguins. Oh, we got one of those on the buttons. These are really, really cool cards. Sam Reinhart. These cards are so trippy, man. They look weirdly 3D for the Panthers. Technically a short print. And Zellweger. One of my favorite Ducks. I think he's a really good defender. They got a lot of really good defenders there. So, the on the button will be our short print hit from the box. I believe they're 1 in 100. Which means we should have our other couple of good hits in this row right here. Maybe we got a numbered Z-Force coming up? Evgeny Malkin, 250. Is this like an Ultra Rave? It's a Super Rave. Alright, Super Raves are to 50. I gotta remember that. Gino for the Penguins to 50. Gino in his prime, if you didn't watch him back then, man, dude was absolutely electric. I'm saving this pack for the end of the box because I feel like that's going to be something good. I like to end the boxes on a good note if we can. Got a point per game here of Sammy Reinhart for the Panthers and Brisson for Vegas. Yeah, like prime. I know everyone talks a lot about like prime Ovechkin, prime Crosby, but like absolute peak player ability. Malkin, when he took over a game in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, dude was the best player in hockey. Jack Hughes, Blast Furnace, very, very fitting. And Akil Thomas for the LA Kings. All right, what's up next here? We got a Seamus Casey, decently centered on these. Bolduc for the Blues. Honestly, SkyBox is a lot of fun to open up this year. A lot more fun to open up this year. Got Marshall Rafai for the Leafs and Logan Morrison for the Kraken. All right, next up we have Rutger McGroarty on the prospects for the Ducks and Cutter Gauthier for the Penguins. Oh, that pack ripped weird. That pack ripped really weird. All right, we're gonna need surgery to get this guy open. There we go. That's because that guy was hiding on the back. That guy was hiding on the back. We got a Lane Hudson on the search engines and a Matvei Michkov base rookie for the Flyers. Matvei Michkov for the Flyers on the base rookie. And I'm feeling that pack's going to have something good in it, man. I just got that feeling, you know? I got that feeling. Who else has a feeling about that pack? Oh, well, is this a green PMG auto? That's a green PMG auto for the Minnesota Wild. Liam Ogren. I don't know why I was expecting it to be more green. Right? I was expecting it to be greener, but for the Minnesota Wild. Cab, I think that's you. Was that you? Yeah. Liam Ogren 210. Numbered 4 of 10 on the green PMG auto. Sick pull. Let's go. I don't know why I was expecting the green to be a little bit more vibrant, but like, hey, you get my face in the background there. That's a sick pull. Should outfit the back of this with like confetti cannons and a Victor Mancini, because why not? Well, this pack might let me down then at this point, because like, that's a green PMG auto. This is probably just gonna be like a regular Z-Force at this point. Yeah. Huh. Oh man, that's weird but oddly natural. Stamkos for the Predators, and then Zach Dean. Yeah. You know what? They have to sign. One thing I'll say is that they have to sign so many cards every single year that, like, I get why autographs aren't as good as what they were, but there have been in the past. These Gen Z cards trip me up. Tim Stützle and Elaine Hudson. Nice base rookie. A little bit. Some of the corners on these guys aren't the best. But what a start. Auto out of 10 of a pretty good rookie, too. I like Ogren. More green. There's so much green in this product that it kind of like throws you off when you get an actual green. Frankie V for the Ducks and Brennan Othman. All right, final pack here of box 1. I mean, hey, sick start. Sick start. Nathan McKinnon on the Z-Force and Adele Bell Blues. I mean, hey. Are we complaining? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that was box 1. Why does it feel like we have so many cards here? I don't know. Well, next box. Yeah. Get the plastic wrap off. But hey, sick pull on the Ogren. Definitely will see that highlighted. You could also probably hear my self go like error 404. All right, here we go. But Cav, welcome, and then a little bit of first time mojo. Love to see it. Love to see first time mojo in here. All right, premium prospects, Yan Kuznetsov and Logan Stankoven for the Stars. Next pack, here we go. We have a premium prospects of Will Smith. Not to be confused with the other Will Smith. And Mrat Hutsnidinov for the Wild. Man, the best part about getting a nice hit early is that you really don't have to worry about it for the rest of the break. You really don't have to worry about it for the rest of the break. It's like everything else is gravy. Dylan Holloway for the Blues. And Maverick Bork for the Stars. Bork. All right, what's hiding in here? We have V for Vasilevsky. It actually doesn't look like he has a logo on his jersey in this photo. I don't know how they managed to do that. And Frank Nazar. Nice little rookie there. A big Frank Nazar believer. Oh! Someone that doesn't sign a lot. Jacob Slavin. And Kyle McLean. Nazar, yeah, I think Nazar is. Nazar's really good. Yeah, nice Slavin auto. Doesn't always sign a ton, so our autos are already better. Like these would be probably the 2 best autos compared to the last case. Nice Slavin there. He would be playing for USA, except he's still in the playoffs. Got a Silver Shots, a Jonathan Marchessault for the Predators, and a Gavin Brindley for the Blue Jackets. Rob Brindley was with the Blue Jackets. Another player that I think has some potential. All right, Z-Force time. Liam Ogren. When it rains wild, it pours wild. Dubé for the Capitals. All right. Next pack here. Uh-oh. Leafs fans don't look. Joseph Woll for the Leafs, and an Erstedt Baines for the Canucks. Counterpoise. To be fair, I think he had counterpoise tonight. The one thing with standing is that I don't have a good place to like rest my arms. Oh, let's go. We got a dawning of Michkov. A little bit of a bum left corner on that guy. Not too bad, but a little bit of a bum left corner. I still love these really cool looking cards. And Del Mastro. Yeah, just a little bit of a lift on that corner. That pack nearly went flying. Those cards are beautiful, man. I love the look of those cards. Maverick Bork, and Refi. They're actually a card that, like, if they made posters of them, I had a player on that set, I'd be like, ooh, that'd be kind of sick to get. John Tavares on the microfibers. These are a little bit rarer to get, and a Will Smith base rookie. And I really like Will Smith. I think he'll eventually, over time, work his way into, like, kind of one of the top rookies from this class. If they start playing him at center. Put the guy at center. Let him figure it out. He's young. He's got time. You're not going anywhere as fast. You don't need to be good yet. Slavkovsky on the Gen Z for the Haps to 199, and a Rutger McGroarty. I wonder where Rutger McGroarty's gonna, like, place next year point-wise. Because there's big potential for him. Quinn Hughes on the Z-Force, and Fedotov for the Flyers. Flyers having a good little break. We need to see a couple more Sharks, eh? Some Macklins. Gotta see some Macklins coming up here. I mean, take the letter M for Connor McDavid. And a Josh Doan for Utah on the base rookie. All right. Got one of those Gen Zs of Quentin Byfield. Will he be a king? And Honzik for the Flames. I think Byfield's saying bye this offseason. I don't know why. New GM coming in. I could see, especially if it's Ken Holland being like the president of hockey ops, he's known to make a weird trade or two every once in a while. Man, that's a player that I'd love to get. Really unique skill set. I think if you give him time, he will thrive. Time in the right environment. Like most players, mind you, but... Alright, Pete Wheeler, JD, welcome, Nick Holmes. Let's keep it going here. Let's see what we can snag. A nice little Yossi J and Colangelo for the Ducks. God, these packs aren't the nicest of shreds. Luckily, this is just Josh Wall. Z-Force, Jake Gensel for the Boats, and a Josh Waugh for the Habs. How many hits per box? Pete, there are, if you count the base rookies, it's 30. If you're going for like inserts and stuff, if you're going for like actual big hits, you typically get an auto or a PMG, one short print card, and one numbered card per box. If you're curious. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen on the counterpoise, and Jan Kuznetsov for the Flames. It's definitely a set that's really fun to collect. Value-wise, it's not always the strongest, but the PMGs tend to hold their value really good, especially of the top guys. So that's kind of what you're hunting for in this. Blast Furnace of Connor Bedard and a Shakir Mukhamadullin. Top 10 name in this. There's a lot of fun names to say in this crop. Man, these packs are just a workout to get into. I'm gonna have really strong wrists and fingers. Kyle McLean and Matt Rempe. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's not a bad call. Not a bad call. Husnudinov for the Wild, and Sipikov for the Islanders. Look at how some of these packs just rip so weird. Base rookie shouldn't be too hard to find for them. Nadeau for the Hurricanes, and Morelli. But you typically get like what, 4 of each base rookie per case, if not more, because you get 15 per box. It's 50 cards. So essentially every 3 boxes, yeah, about 4 per case. Maverick Bork on the search entrance, and Seamus Casey for the Devils. All right. Silver Shots, John Tavares, and Gage Gonsalves for the Bolts. All right, what do we got here? Do we have an autograph? Do we have an autograph here? Yeah, Gage Gonsalves for the Bolts. The Zach Ostapchuk. I like his game. I like his game. I don't think he's ever going to be anything like major. But should be an NHLer. Am I biased because he's from around here? Absolutely. But in all seriousness, Tampa Bay tends to do really good with those players that like are just have really good pro level games. They turn them into something normally. So Willie Nylander on the Weavin with the Oscar back. That's going to be our short print card for the box. And the foiling, Upper Deck did a really good job on the foiling on these guys. Looking at the product over like multiple boxes or even like a full case, they did a pretty good job with a lot of the stuff. Look at how this pack shredded. Alright, Blast Furnace, Speckled, Macklin, Celebrini to 199 for the San Jose Sharks. The speckles on these look really sick. Nice one there for the Sharks. And Chibrikov. One of the few parallels in this that actually look way better with the speckles, because it kind of looks like little flames. Hey, Macklin to 199. We'll take that, and we'll stand it. Here we go. Ogren is still going to be the top hit for sure, but like, that's still a cool card. Gauthier for the Ducks with a Lilleberg for the Bolts. All right, I ain't opening up any further. And don't think it needs to. What are we gonna find in here? Silver Shots of Trevor Moore and a Connor Geeky. All right, final pack of the box. What are we feeling here? Premium prospects? Nope. Gen Z. Jack Hughes and Liam Ogren on the base rookie. All right. We are 3 boxes down onto box 4 here. I mean, hey, some cool cards so far. That Ogren is absolutely ridiculous. Why you open up the product is for stuff like that. Love those PMG autos, but again, if we go by last case, we got 4 reds in a case, and so far, we have none. Will we get one here? I don't know. Find out. We'll find out. Right after this segue to this pack opening. Here we go. What we got here? Oh, we got something unique. Ooh, Gen Z auto. These are kind of sick. Frank Nazar. Not numbered, but should be, really. Those look pretty cool. And Scott Morrow. That's a pretty cool looking card there. A little bit of edge shipping. Again, I'll say this with metal, but like in any product, anytime you have full color cardstock in a mass-produced product, you're gonna have edge wear. Like, it's a given. If you don't, it's a miracle. There's Frank Nazar. That scratch is on the top loader there. Nice Frank Nazar. Man, our autos have been really good so far. Really good so far. I moved Mitchie over here. There we go. Hey Jerry, what's up? Nova Scotia Collector, welcome. Marlos, Creative Decks, Death, Collecto. Ooh, we got another on the button here. Oh, let's go. That is sick. On the button, we got some Elias Pettersson and Brennan Othman. Marlos, welcome. Hopefully y'all are having a good night. We're here for some fun, some cool breaks. We got a PMG green. We're crushing it. Towards the end of this, we will run a... I think this is our first base guy of him, by the way. Towards the end of this break, we'll run another giveaway here. Fedotov on the premium prospects and a Macklin. Let's go. By the way, these cards have a subtle color to them. They're not totally noticeable until you actually like are fanning through the base cards and you're just like, oh man, they're kind of cool. There's just that little splash of color there. Love to see it. Just the little thoughts and design go so far for me. It's like, yeah, you really thought that out really well, which they did. And Colin Graff, the Del Bell Blues. Yeah, there we go. Brennan Othman and Kovalenko. Rangers Avs. We got a Tim Stutzla on the alphabetical. And a Brendan Brisson. Man, I want to see the O. I want to see the OVO. I would say that sounds like a cereal, but I forgot they actually did do that one year. And some of these packs just rip however they want to. Alright, what do we got? Search engine, Leo Carlson for the Ducks, and an Akil Thomas for the Kings on the rookie. See what I mean about the packs going what way they want. Alright. Put back here. Gen Z of Austin Matthews and Zach Bolduc. Keep crushing it here. See what we can find. Silver shot of Larkin and a Logan Morrison for the Kraken. Alphabetical of Sidney Crosby. It literally just looks like someone disappeared his torso. And Cutter Gauthier. Man, a cool way that they could have done those almost. Next time we get one of those alphabeticals, I'll point it out. But I have an idea on them. Brindley and Phil Kemp. And as a reminder, we will not have a show tomorrow. We will have one on Friday night. Makar for the Avs and Brazo for the Bruins. We'll have a nice Friday night one. Gonna try and get some higher end product for like a cool mixer up tomorrow, so it has more time to fill. And then have some other stuff along the way. McCann on the Dawning and Hallinan for the Devils. I love those Dawnings, man. They're such a cool insert. Oh yeah, I'll give you the real one. All right, Mackenzie Weegar to 199. It's hard to tell on these guys, but if they were to have done this backstock in acetate and this in like foil somehow with the player coming through, I think that would have looked so cool. Like if you make this acetate so it's clear and then the letter really pops out, that should have been, ooh, a nice Lane Hudson behind it. That's what I would have done. Because like, I think that would just pop so well. Because die cut, I think, is just too specific, and you'll get like, especially on the I's and K's and the Q's and stuff, you'll get a lot of damage. So, Forsberg for the Predators and Panamera for the Penguins. All right, I'm gonna shrink the insert sack down here. But yeah, that's where I would stand on those. And welcome everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and move some of the base here. Oop, I just whacked the camera. I think we're about there. That seems about right. Probably about there. All right. Oh, get a good little stretch in here. Little back stretch. And little base cards on. All right, last batch of base. Here we go. Next box is a Wyatt Johnston. Wyatt Johnston box. This is box 5. I don't know why I said Wyatt Johnston box, but yes, this is box 5. We got 3 more in behind here. We'll leave Ogren to pop up there. So still only the 1 PMG, but hey, it's a PMG green auto. Can't go wrong with that, especially when it's a rookie. All right, let's see what we can pull. Let's see something sick here. JT Miller for the Canucks. That's Frank Nazar. It's a card. Point per game. Nikita Kucherov for the Bolts and a Kyle McLean. Got the 1.78 when most players are like 1.1. It's like Kucherov 1.7. Got a Dawning here. Will Smith. And I love these cards, man. Those are so sick. And Will Smith. I really do wish for like the parallels, instead of doing like the speckle foil, they turned the back to like gold. I don't know. I think there are better ways to do the parallels for those, but they're so, because I think the base are honestly the coolest parallel. The autographs are sick too, mind you, but like, really cool looking cards. Yeah, alphabetical of Aho. Like, see, if you made like just the back part here like clear, I think it would have popped so much more. Siplikov. Obviously it costs more, but like, I feel like that's a viable thing in this product, you know? Just help it pop. Liam Ogren on the search engines, and a Mason Morelli for the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas is a sneaky volume team in this with Morelli and Brisson. Sneaky volume team. Ooh, we got one of the Bouillons. Oh, let's go! Matvey Michkov Bouillon for the Flyers. These are absolutely sick cards. Love these. Absolutely love these. No FX, there you go. No, I'm not eating this card. I'm kidding. Man, these are so cool. What a little break here. And a Liam Ogren for the Wild. They're running 80 packs. So not quite one per case. 1 in 80 packs. So we got 3 in our last case. Point per game to 199 of Mitch Marner. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I'm always just like a little bit off-centered here. And Sam Colangelo. Maybe I should just take like a step to the left. We'll do that. It's the liquid golds are wild. If you have a player in though, and like you find one, or you like even if you don't, and you find one for cheap, like they're so cool to feel and look at. Draisaitl, Seamus Casey. Here we go. Austin Matthews' point per game should be 0. Oof. Aho for the Canes, and Rempe for the Rangers. Hear me out. Matthews for the Elias Pettersson, 1 for 1. Actually, who has a higher point per game in the playoffs? Wyatt Johnson. Hey, I said it was a Wyatt Johnson box. Yan Kuznetsov. Look, I think both... Matthews was like a known injury this year. I think it can open this way. Matthews was a known injury. Yeah, he's always injured, but that's because top players are generally more injured than not. Especially if they're not in like that top tier. Silver shots, Jared McCann and Shakir Mohamadulin for the Sharks. And if the Canucks trade everyone for the Hughes brothers, there's no one left. I do think they should trade Phil Hronik this year. Because, like, when you fill out their D, pun intended, you got, like, Hughes Myers, Pettersson, I mean, Pettersson Wielander, and then Pettersson Mancini, which sounds kind of legit. Hallinan and McGroarty. They should sign Jack Hughes, the Kings pick. That didn't get signed. And then trade for Jack Quinn and then both of the Hughes brothers. Lane Hudson on the premium prospects and a Fedotov. Nice Hudson. Let's get that in there. No, put that in that pile. But like you could have a line that's legitimately like Jack Quinn, Jack Hughes, Luke Hughes, Quinn Hughes. Pierrick Dubé and Joshua. Honestly, like Besser's trade value is nothing at this point because he's a free agent, right? Pettersson's trade value is so much lower than what people think. Let's go! Bradley Nadeau for the Hurricanes. And Connor Geeky. What a break! What an 8-boxer here. Again, metal is one of those products when it runs hot, it runs hot. Let's put those in the recap pile because we got a little bit of room here. I think put the Celebrini to the right. We get Brad up on the stand. I'm a big Brad Nadeau believer. Also, a really cool little autograph there. Piras, I mean, there's someone who had New Jersey in one of the breaks and got like very little for them. But then like the other break had 4 boxes and New Jersey was one of the best teams type of thing. It's kind of wild. So it is definitely a high variance product. All right. Next box here. There we go. But yeah, it's like, this is one of those products that like, some teams will just run hot. I mean, we had back-to-back boxes that had the same inserts in them, which was kind of wild. Speaking of wild, there's Matt Boldy on the top. Scott Morrow for the Canes. Bradley Nadeau. Again, the Hurricanes are like legitimately one of the best bang for your buck teams in this product, I think. But like getting the Nadeau and Slavin, really good results. We had a break where the Flyers got like nothing. Olin Zellweger on the premium prospects and Zach Dean. I'll be curious to see any of those premium prospects get a 10. Because those will be so rare. The centering is so off on them. This is box 6. See what's hiding in here. Justin Brazeau. Yeah, they're always off left to right. Dubé for the Capitals. Dude, 36 for the Canes in a full case is nuts. Like, you're gonna get your packs out of that. Suzuki for the Habs, and hey, might as well add another Matt Bay to the pile. Keep it going, Hockey Man 87, Dan, welcome back. Oh, we're going upside down. We're going upside down. We got a Sam Montembeault for the Habs and a Victor Mancini. I want something more upbeat than this song. 1 second. Ah, this is a little bit better. Oh, we're going upside down again. Well, the good news is that an upside down H is an upside down H. Nice. That's sick. Who's Sandinov? Geeky is... I think he's going to be a top 6 forward. Hobby value wise, I don't think it's ever going to get super high. If that makes sense. Maverick, man, our autos. Oh, this is really well centered too, actually. Maverick Bork on the auto. He's kind of one of those guys that, I don't know how to describe it. He'll be a very good NHLer. He just probably won't get a ton of hobby love. Like, he won't put up a high enough points. Because, like, especially in this day and age, Josh Doan for Utah, like, 5 years ago, 7 years ago, he probably would have been like a $30, $40 young gun type of player. But now, like, it's shifted. It's skewed so much to the high-end guys. Barzell on the microfibers and a Sam Honzik. It's skewed so much to the high-end guys that you start to, like, they need to be absolutely insane. And that's something that, like, whenever I do my rankings, it's just like, man, you really just need to have S-tier guys in products in order for it to be good at this point. Yeah, Morgan played really, really well. JT Miller to 399 on the Rave and a Brindley for the Blue Jackets. So, like, and really good. Think he's going to be a long-time NHLer. I think in a normal hobby state, like an old school hobby state, would have been a really solid, like really well collected, really popular guy. It's just given how the market's gone, you know, just Shesterkin for the Rangers and Maverick Bork. Like, there are some really good players. Yeah, this has been really good for no PMGs. Our autos, dude, have been nuts. Like, who is our worst auto? Is it... like, is it Slavin, I guess? I don't know why I'm opening it up upside down, but Sam Honzik and Olin Zellweger. Oh no, it's Gage Gonsalves. Gonsalves is our worst auto. But, like, even then, he's a guy who I think will be an NHLer for, like, at least a few seasons. Which, compared to some of the rookies on this checklist, you can't say that about all of them. Do I think he'll get hobby love? Absolutely not. God. These throw me off so much, dude. Matthew Nyes and Arshdeep Bains. It's so hard to get excited for green. is kind of funny because like it made that green PMG auto pop less. Silver shots of connecting for the Flyers and a Del Mastro. We got our numbered. Yeah, we got our numbered. We got our short print, and we got our auto in this box already. So shouldn't be anything too major left. Mason McTavish for the Ducks and Marshall Rafai. Yeah, there's just a few too many green inserts. Because like you see green and you're just like, oh my gosh, in this product, but nope. It's just like a silver shots, which shouldn't even be silver. And Logan Stankoven. That was Zaka, sorry. Almost at pasta, but. Alright, box 7. Man, that other half might be pretty good. That other half might be pretty good. Like, the autos have been sick. But, like, you know. There's not a lot of color in this half. Obviously, we've probably got the card of the case with that Liam Ogren, but all it takes is a red PMG of like one of the top rookies and it's beaten, so. Or like McDavid or Draisaitl. All right, here we go. Panarin for the Rangers. Scott Morrow. Yeah, this is one of the products that, like, looking up team pricing when I was doing team pricing, it's like, I could not believe how some people were pricing teams because it's just like, there's gonna be some steals in this. Like, when the product settles, people are gonna be a little bit shocked. We have a Z-Force Rave? Yeah, we got a Rave, I believe. Hyman to $3.99 for the Oilers and Logan Morrison. I think Draisaitl gets the right amount of hobby love. Because, like, I don't know. I'm not as big as a Draisaitl fan as a lot of people are. All right. This is our worst auto, I think. Ryan Strome. And even then, not the worst for the Ducks. And a Nikhil Thomas rookie. I'll take a Gonsalves rookie auto over Ryan Strome. Because, like, Ryan Strome's probably going to be a better player at the end of the day than, like, Gonsalves. But there's some upside with it being the rookie auto, so. And hey, if you're the Ducks, you're still happy with the Ryan Strome. But that probably means no PMG. Yeah, I mean, he's never been a strong skater, though. Fantilli and Kovalenko. Matthew Barzal and Luca Del Bel Belluz. Yeah. Chibrikov, a little bit of a damage corner on that guy, and Brazil. I try and call the stuff that I see. Gonna miss some stuff here and there, but like on the big cards, I'll definitely try and get a closer look at stuff because, you know, that's where condition matters a little bit more. Ooh, do we have? No, it's not a Dawning. Shakir, Mukhamadulin, and Emil Lilleberg. Gavin Brindley and a Phil Kemp. We have an Olin Zellweger and an Oscar Beck. I think it's Oscar Beck because of the accents over his A. Technically, I believe. What we got here? Charlie Lindgren for the Capitals on the counterpoise. and Gage Gonçalves. Alright. Got a green, Sam Reinhart for the Panthers, and Brian Hallinan for the Devils. Seen a lot of Brian Hallinan. Haven't seen a lot of this guy in the break, but we got a numbered card of his, which is what matters, you know? Linus Olmark for the U's, and Macklin Celebrini, base rookie. Nice Macklin there. Fun little half case though here. Fun little half case. We still have the 2013 retro too here. Marchenko for Columbus and Brisson. So there's still, like, in theory, if the cases fall similar to what our first one did, maybe we were just lucky and got 4 red PMGs and a green. But in theory, if the cases are similar, oh, let's go. We have a liquid gold. Nikita Kucherov, liquid gold for the Tampa Bay Lightning. These are sick cards, man. Bolduc for the Blues. Just absolutely sick. Super tough to pull. 1 in 960 packs. Let me, this guy's sleeved and top loaded properly. There we go. These are so cool. Whoever has Tampa Bay, this is going in. I found this out when we pulled the Brady Tkachuk last time. It'll live with this Draisaitl. The Draisaitl will go in raw just because it's easier. But it is so much easier to sleeve and top load these and actually protect them in these. It's really hard to get these cards into top loaders. So just for shipping purposes, I feel like it's safer to do this. Honestly, I have to knock off the Celebrini. It's just not good enough. They're so sick though. I like such a cool card. Such a cool card. They really cooked with some of the inserts in this set this year. And a blast furnace of Wyatt Johnston and a Nikita Chibrikov. All right. So final box. I mean, this has been an absolutely incredible half case for no PMGs outside of the green auto, which is like a really big asterisk to put there. But like, yeah, you got the gold bullion of Michkov. The autos have been generally good. I mean, honestly, the autos have been great. Some really cool short print stuff. It's been a really fun half case. Lots of cool inserts. Just a fun rip this year, man. Just a really fun rip. All right. So, here we go. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling here. Natchez for the letter N for the Hurricanes, and Archdeep Baines for the Canucks. Oh, this is fancy. Premium Prospects Auto Green of Zach Dean for the Blues. Look at that. That's like Scope, I think is technically the like football term. Del Mastro. Let's go, dude. That's sick. So much green in this year. What a case. What do I take off? Hang on. I got a solution. We have a solution. Is this centered more or less? There we go. When you run out of floor space, you have to bring up some other space up here. And you know what? Because of that, Macklin can come back up. There you go, buddy. All right. And what an inner case. And again, like, we haven't hit any PMGs outside of the green auto. And our last case had 4, so I don't know if like some of this stuff will take its place, but like we also had a liquid gold in there. We've only hit one of the gold bullions. Oh, printing plate! Blast furnace! 1 of 1 of Zach Hyman and a Refi rookie there. What the heck? For the Oilers, Zach Hyman. The black printing plate on this too. Man, I don't think you could have got a better color on the blast furnace than the black printing plate. That's such... I am a sucker for cool printing plates. This is one of them. Alright. Sorry, Brad. You're moving up. Not because, you know, you're not a cool pull, but because, like... I think the Bullion moves over here. Ogren still stays in the middle. Yeah, man, like I said, sometimes when metal runs hot, it runs really hot. Metal and Ultimate, like the last 2 products that come out, when they go hot. SJ, I don't know who you had off the top of my head. Ottawa, Vancouver, Coyotes. I don't think so. Oh, Blues. Blues. Yeah, you had the Blues. Oh yeah, you got this Zach Dino to 25. You got that guy. And Bill, that's PC for you there too on the Hyman. Nice little Oilers printing plate. Colangelo for the Ducks and a Mancini for the Rangers. Man, this has been a real fun case. I'm very curious to see what's in the second half. If people are up to doing the other half tonight, let me know. If people want to wait till Friday, that's fine by me too. Faber and Zellweger, but there's like a non-zero chance we have 4 red PMGs in the other half. I don't know how it's gonna fall because like this has just been kind of insane, but. Eklund for the Sharks and Nadeau for the Hurricanes. So if people are down for the other half, we will, what I'll do is I'll list it as a, pick your team again. And then I'll put the same pricing up, and I'll kind of try to find like the average of what they sold for between the breaks. Ovechkin for the Capitals, Zach Dean for the Blues. But yeah, absolutely sick stuff in this case, man. Absolutely sick stuff. So if people are down, let me know. If not, I totally get it. I know a lot of you have spent a lot with not just us, but with like other breakers today. Nice Bedard, Gen Z. Pierre Dubé for the Capitals, which is totally fine. The case ain't going anywhere. I numbered the boxes. You'll know that half case what it is, so. And like I'll be sure to put it in that it's like it's the other half from the other break. So, but let me know in chat. We should still have some good stuff. There's a dawning of Brian Rust and a Brennan Othman. Because again, we still haven't hit the we still haven't hit the 2013 retro either yet. So in theory, that other half could be incredibly good. McCarr for the Avs, Gauthier for the Ducks. I haven't seen much else outside of what I've opened just because it's been obviously opening and ripping all day today. I've seen a couple people pull Hudson PMGs on like Instagram and stuff. But Matthews on the points per game. And a Lane Hudson there. Nice Lane Hudson. But it feels like 4 red seems about right per case, something like that. So I just don't know, man, because we got the blast furnace. We got like that green auto. Like, does that take the place of technically a PMG? But Zach Dean on the regular one. Ponomarov. P-Russ. Not the 0 on the Matthews. I guess he didn't hit him with the 4. Is this Michkov? This is another Mitchie. Michkov and Hudson normally run together as the base rookie in this, so. Frank Nazar, nice premium prospect there. Another Mitchie. Another Mitchie. 2 packs to go here, then we got a heck of a recap to do. But, alright. Silver shots to 199. Jared McCann for the Kraken and Logan Stankoven. And last pack here. If I post the other half, tag you. Okay. Yeah, we'll put it to a poll after this pack. There we go. This pack shredded on me. And Pedersen for the Canucks with a Murat Hustadinov for the Wild to end things off. Man, that was an absolutely electric half case. Like, incredible vibes here. Let's do some recaps just because we got some cool stuff to recap. Tag on the other half. Okay. Strome. Bork auto. Pastrnak to 25 from the OT pack, which is nice. Gonsalves auto. Slavin auto, Malkin to 50, Lane Hudson on the premium prospects. The imminent impact of Michkov is pretty sick too. Where do I start from up here? I guess like we go Macklin to 199. Like, nice card there. Brad Nadeau on the rookie auto. Zach Dean to 25. Pretty sick. Gold Bullion of Matvey Michkov. Also pretty sick. Frank Nazar auto. Big fan of him. We'll go with the liquid gold of Cooch in 3rd. I'm a sucker for a cool looking printing plate. And this Hyman satisfies that. And then hit of the break. Come on. One choice. Liam Ogren. PMG auto 210 for the Wild. That was an incredible half case. And in the wild part, that was the only PMG we hit. And our first case, we hit 4 reds and 1 green. So, who knows what the other half has in store.